What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. Today we are hopping into the final issue of Powerman Timeless. If you have not been following this story, I highly recommend not only you check out everything going on with this series, but also everything that happened with Timeless. Quickly recapping, Luke Cage from another universe. He was the last hero left standing, and in his veins, the blood of Hulk. In his mind, the war between the Sentry and the Void. In his palm, the Iron Fist. And when a brutal inhuman by the name of Aeon the Knife murdered the consciousness of the soul system, the Celestial Heart, orphaning its abducted servant Eversight, robbed her of her purpose. Eversight fused with the heart's counterpart, the Celestial Mind, but the mind insisted that the real threat was Powerman. As Aeon sliced Powerman and the Void, the dark reflection of Sentry's power, into separate bodies, Cage realized that the mind's warning may be right. Powerman may be the real threat. With that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. We pick up exactly where we left off. The Void finally free. Finally having its own form. It tells Powerman that you're all alone. Not even a dark voice in your head to keep you company anymore. To snuff out the sun in your chest with the endless void. No, the Void is finally free. Where he can go do that for real. This is where the Void takes off to the freaking sun. The Void is going to eat the sun. And so Powerman chases him. The Void laughing at him, saying that even as you come after me, Aeon the Knife, he is going to Earth. He is going to make the heroes choose. Now your family in this timeline, they will also die. Just like everybody from your universe. Just like you killed Danny Rand. Powerman hearing enough, grabbing hold of the Void, and telling him if you want to go into the sun so damn bad, let's go together. While all of this is happening, we pick up on Earth. We pick up with our current 616 Luke Cage. We know him to be Mayor. He set aside his street-level vigilantism for an opportunity to make some change on the political stage. When they look up to the sky, they see Aeon. But when he looks around this population, he finds no Inhumans. Against them, he would have proven his supremacy. Without them, he unbinds himself from the Kree shackles. He takes off his armor, and he declares that this world, it deserves the death that he brings. As Luke Cage of 616 stands before him, ready to take him on need be. And in the sun, we have the battle raging between Powerman and the Void. And the Void tells him, do you remember what Bob Reynolds told you when the Sentry burned through your veins? Half your legacy will be the greatest good you can imagine. The other would be the greatest evil. He wasn't joking. You thought you were a better man. The Void isn't your enemy. Telling him to listen to me. Listen to the truth. Accept who you are. Accept what we deserve. This is when he finally figures it out. That Bob was wrong. That's why Powerman's power means nothing to the Void. Why what he is saying makes so much sense. Not because they said it, but because Powerman said it. The Void isn't some fundamental force of the universe. He is the weakest parts of us. As the Void tries to spread out and eat up the sun, the darkness spreading, he tells the Void that I'm not trying to take you back. And I don't need to kill you. The Void is just the words that I never said. The things that I never did. I have no means to kill you because there is nothing to kill. It doesn't matter how many times you eat the sun. Because under my unbreakable skin, I have a million more. Now, we're unsure what happens to the Void here. It does appear that it's absorbed into him. That even the Void is like, finally you understand. Finally, you understand your true potential. That you have been so terrified of me that you have never become what you truly can. And we hear the voice saying, see him now, O body celestial, the unchained Powerman, that which can never be controlled. As Powerman falls from the sun, he calls out to Eversight. He proclaims that he has handled the Void, but Aeon is on Earth. He is on Earth and we must stop him now. Eversight, she has become the system. She has become the soul system. But it proclaims that she is beyond your aid. Powerman laughing and scoffing at this. Powerman just reignited the sun. He says that there is no such thing as beyond his aid. And so he goes to take on the Celestial. He goes to talk to Eversight. He calls out saying that we need your help. I know that you're still in there. But the Celestial tries to say that you are doomed to the system. The Powerman allowed the heart to die. Allowed Aeon the knife to bring war to the system. The mind's logic is clear. The Earth must be wiped away and begun again. History cleared of human interference. That way the system may grow anew beyond your heroes and villains to become something bigger, something more. But Powerman tells it that Eversight, you're a human underneath all this celestial junk. And I know that you're a hero too. So don't listen to the noise of the system, the noise of the others. The only voice you need is the hardest one to hear clearly, your own. This is where we see Eversight rise up. She leaves the celestial body, and with Eversight leaving it, Powerman goes in. Powerman goes in, and he becomes celestial. Powerman has become a god. With his newfound form, he stands before the earth, and he's ready to find the knife. This is what takes us down on Earth. Luke Cage protecting his child and Jessica Jones. As Aeon the Knife looks up to the sky, he sees that he has finally found a worthy foe. But Powerman tells him that this won't be a fight. With Aeon telling him to wait, there is no waiting. We see Aeon hit, and that is all she wrote. Powerman's story had ended in fire and death, but now it begins anew. The force of gravity flowed in his veins. His mind was a star. His voice, the howling winds of the great red spot. But she only saw the face of the man she knew. For a moment, she knew fear. But Powerman set her free, touched her and gave her the gift to live. As we look to the stars, we see Aeon the Knife spread across them, hit so hard, the particles of him are spread through the cosmos. What was left of the great genetic messiah took only minutes to find itself well beyond the light of any sun, to the place that awaits every warrior who lives by the sword, into the endless darkness where Luke Cage believed nothing truly lived, into the void. And that's what takes us to 1 month later. We pick up with Eversight, now going by the name of Danielle Cage. A letter from our celestial Luke Cage. It goes as follows. This letter is a promise fulfilled. Someday I hope you will read it and know its comfort, for you are among the luckiest little girls in all creation. Would you like to know why? It is not because you live on a beautiful planet of chocolate and picnics and families and homes, though I can't deny those have their beauties. Especially on a day like today, where the atmospheric scattering of light across the planet's exosphere brings such brilliant blue to the skies. Those stars that once knew my name, that once called me Ever. You are lucky because you are loved, adopted by one who would fight to the end of all creation for you, protected by a force stronger than space and time. You are simply not part of the system. You are like me. You are beloved by it, and we are home. That will be the end of this series. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So by all accounts, there is a Luke Cage in the 616 universe that's a celestial. More than that, he is the soul system, imbued with not only celestial power, but with one of the immortal weapons, with the blood of Hulk, with the Sentry in his bones and the void strongly attached to it, or at least so it seems. They have leveled Luke Cage up to a freaking height that is just unbelievable. And I absolutely love the fight with Aeon the Knife. He really thought he was gonna come in there like, oh, I found a foe worthy of my time. And Celestial Luke Cage is like, my dude, this isn't a fight. I'm gonna hit you one time, and I'm literally gonna send you into the darkest, deepest parts of the universe. Just straight smeared him like cream cheese across the cosmos. But I love this. I love this for Luke Cage. I love this for our heroes. I love this forever. I I love every aspect of this. This was a phenomenal story. Luke Cage powering up to the level of the Celestial. Not only that, but it appears to be canon. It appears to be part of the 616. Though it's probably never really going to be used in any capacity, at least we can say that Luke Cage is a Celestial, has become a Celestial, has become a god. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything happening with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on everything that has been going on with Luke Cage in Powerman Limitless. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50 from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.